Hey guys, I know it's been a minute. Well, actually, it hasn't been a minute, it's been a day since I haven't posted because I forgot to record this whole entire week. I'm like trying to be quiet because it's early in the morning and I hear footsteps outside of my bedroom door. My head is like saying, this is probably my body's or my brain thinking this is a survival tactic because if they know that I'm awake, they're gonna start bombarding and coming in the room and being like, oh, hey, this and that, and ask questions. And I'm gonna be like, anyways, I'm gonna not whisper because I don't need to. And hopefully they don't bombard in my room and be like, hey, now that you're awake, I'm gonna go ahead and cross your boundaries because I already opened the door and stepped right in. Anyways, my week has been a little very busy, and I should have recorded bits and pieces, but I get distracted. Your girl can only do so much. So, um, it was nothing crazy. It was literally just babysitting and preparing for Thanksgiving. And originally, I really wanted to get a bunch of clips and pieces of Thanksgiving. But to be honest, on Thanksgiving Day, maybe it's because we're all getting older, but we literally finished in like 20, 30, 40 minutes. And yeah, usually we would sit for longer and continue eating even though we're full and continue talking. But literally we literally sat, ate in silence, and we're like, food is good. And then done eating our first plate and being like full, and then leaving the table, and then watching a football game and decorating the rest of the tree, the Christmas tree, and that was it. So it was a little underwhelming, and I don't know why, but maybe it's just the season and the planets. But even with getting gifts for Christmas and stuff, I've noticed that we've all also been underwhelmed by our own like presents that we have planned to give for everyone. So, um, yeah, I don't know if it's because of us, I don't know, maybe growing out of it or something. There's just a lack of excitement. And maybe it's the climate of, in the state of how our world is. So we have other things on our minds besides, I don't know, just adding a little extra excitement to how we feel about our gifts that we can't wait for the other person to open. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that way, but please let me know down below. In other news, I've noticed that the videos that get more views are the ones where I'm talking about, staying true to you, or, yeah, staying true to you and being your authentic self, and that your true self will always come out on top. So I just thought that was interesting because I repeat myself a lot, and I feel like in most of the videos it's kind of the same vibes or same innuendos, if that's the right word to choose, of I don't know, just fighting with myself, for myself, in today's current society. And it's not gonna be, it's I don't know, it's not gonna be too much of a positive video. It's just more like more things going on in my life that I'm just like, what more can a girl take? It's literally the end of the year. Like, my brain is gonna explode at this point from like too much. Um, so I, so life update basically. I haven't heard back from the IT thingy, and I'm a little concerned, but also like just trusting that they will respond at some point soon before classes actually start. Um, but I remember them saying like, we'll definitely let you guys know before the holidays. And girl, we're in the middle. We're in between holidays right now. So am I in or am I not in? Just to put some ease into my mind and like to start preparing? Question mark. Or maybe not, because I go crazy and the universe is like, girl, we got this. Like, stop trying to control everything. They said that they would let us know whether or not we got accepted. So we would get a response either way. So I'm like, okay. 2 weeks pass, nothing. And I'm like over analyzing and thinking about like my individual interview and like how I can't code switch, and code switch is like a new word for me. So I'm kind of like, I'm just Karen and I'm just being myself. And it's like not upsetting, but like I'm getting in my own way of like I'm not doing a really good job at disguising myself as like a professional because I'm just like I'm Karen, I'm all Karen all the time and I'm just weird and quirky and naive. So I'm like not beating myself up, but just like a little disappointed in myself for like not, I don't know, being, for not being like smart about it or I want to say tactful, but I'm gonna say sneaky instead. But like, it's hard to not like, I was gonna say, it's hard to not have a personality, but like, the nerves get to you. So like, what else can you do but be yourself instead of just like, hi, I am professional, and this is why you need me in your team because I'm hardworking and responsible and detail oriented, and it's like, okay, and it's just, I don't know. It's weird because like, how do you try to make yourself stand out when everyone else is like saying the same thing of describing themselves and being like, well, you should, put me in because I'm also hardworking and, detail oriented and all that stuff. And it's just like, okay. So at the end of the day, like, you can all say the same thing, but it all comes down to personality. And it's not like I said anything. It's not like I said anything like stupid or or inappropriate. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know, and it was on Zoom too, so I have no idea. Anyways, yeah, so basically, I keep thinking about that interview and I'm like, I messed up or something like that. But it's literally like, this is a program for people like me who are like, hey, I just want to start over. I know nothing about this industry, but I'm gonna work hard because I want more in life. Yeah. So I don't know. So it's December now, and still haven't heard anything, and I'm kind of like nervous that I didn't get in because like I really in my brain is showing me like me putting all the eggs in this basket because I'm like, this is the only way I can get out of this house and, start taking a step somewhere in life that isn't what I already had before, which is like customer service and all that. Like, people are crazy. So now I'm like trying to challenge myself and get into a different environment to like learn to just put myself in a different world and be like, there's more to life. And then I know it's not going to be like sunshine and rainbows, but like I'd rather, new challenges than like the same old repetitive ones that I've already experienced. Like, because then I can't be mad at that. I'll just be mad at myself for choosing to play the same game and then just be even more depressed because I'm playing the same game and it's just all repetitive and there's just nothing new. Anyways, so I'm really trying my best to be like, just just let it go and whatever happens will happen, and like the universe is taking care of it, and I need to like not control too much and just not know too much because I ruin it for myself. But then I'm also trying to be like, but how do I do better in this situation, in all of these situations? Like, what's the right move to like not scare them away, or not to or to not scare this manifestation away? That I'm like trying to be like, hopefully this works out, and then like, set it and forget it because that's how manifestation works. And just being like, I know I'm gonna do that. I know I'm gonna get this. And it's like I feel that, but because I'm not having like immediate confirmation, I'm like, I know I'm gonna get this. Yeah, like, period. But it's not happening soon enough, so I'm like, I know I'm gonna get this. So it's really hard right now because I'm like, I'm letting fear get to me, and I need to like let go of that and just be like, hey, whatever happens, happens. And if it's meant for me, it's obviously meant for me. And if it's not meant for me, then, back to square one it is. And it's not like we haven't been back in square one before, you know? But I think that rolls into, mm, life at home mentally, and being at square one can be very repetitive and daunting and very like purgatory vibes. And I'm like, girl, I know that there's more to life and there's a world out there. And yeah, it's dangerous, but like at home is like literal like repeated torture, which is not like, it's not like torture like in a bad way, but it's just like so mentally draining and daunting. And the fact that it's at home, so it's just like constant too, it's almost like there's no escape. And then again, I could go outside and just like take a walk or something and just whatever. But it's like, I could do that, but then there's like, I don't know, maybe it's like, maybe this is how my brain works, but like, if I'm gonna go outside, I need to have like a plan. A part of me is like, there goes the controlling again. But like, I need to have a destination to be in because I can't just go outside and just be like, la 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 la. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. Like, I honestly do need to just go outside, and then whatever happens, like, whatever comes to me, comes to me. And just being out in nature, like, I don't need to have, like, point A to B. Yeah. Yeah, I'm being too, like, controlling right now. Okay, well, I'm also like, another excuse is that outside is dangerous. So it's not easy to be outside and being like, la di da di da, because I could get shot or something. So, yeah. Okay, so moving on, self regulating and self awareness. I have been already self aware and I'm giving myself grace and I'm questioning like my actions and decisions and thoughts and being like, is this good or is this bad? Like, does this make me terrible? Like, am I right to think this or is that wrong? And there's moments where I'm like trying to self regulate and being, and like, or there's moments where I'm forcing myself to self regulate, which I'm learning today is not a good thing because self-regulating is like judging yourself and like suppressing what you naturally feel, and you are allowed to feel that because it came up and it came up for a reason and it upset you and it's okay to be upset. So yeah, I'm allowing myself to like be upset but also questioning my upsetness because I don't like being upset. I don't like being mad. I don't like being angry because I'm like, I'm just not myself without a Snickers bar. I don't like being in those negative feelings. So I try to validate whether or not it's right or wrong for me to be in those negative feelings. But like self regulating, like I'm judging myself for being upset and stuff like that. And it's like, it puts a drain on me and then I get even more in an upset mood because I'm like, I don't know, I'm being very much like, no, you shouldn't be thinking that. Like I'm doing what was done outside of me when I was younger and sort of kind of today too. And like I'm doing that to myself and treating myself that way and I shouldn't be treating myself that way. I should be giving myself more grace and more validation. And so I'm really trying to decipher or really trying to weed out like, am I self regulating or am I being, I don't know if self awareness falls into this category because in my head I'm like, there's self awareness and then there's ego. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, obviously I'm like worried. I'm having some fears that I'm not gonna make it out of here. And the year is ending, and my narcissistic parents slash parent is like, you know, low key brewing an episode, or like is in an episode, but she's like, low key. She's like the fog. The episode is the fog lying within the air that we breathe. Like there's obviously something going on, but it's like I'm not gonna address it because I don't have the energy, and I'm choosing not to fight this battle because it's it's none of my business. And at the end of the day, if I do try to poke and prod, I'm gonna be the one getting hurt. I'm gonna be the one getting like, a reality slap in the face that like, hey, at the end of the day, she's long gone and she doesn't care about anyone but herself. So it's annoying and I don't want to be constantly reminded that there was once a person who was, really hurt but trying her best. And now she's just hurt and she's just choosing to continue to hurt others. And I'm talking about my mother. So, yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Self awareness, ego, um, self regulating. Actually, I don't think it's ego anymore. I think it's just like self awareness, but like it's self awareness to the point of like turning into hypervigilance. So yeah, I need to like dial it back some and being like, hey, you know what? And if you are upset, then be upset because this happened to you. And healing isn't always going to be like, I know this happened to me before, but I'm not mad about it now. Like, it's just going to bring up the fact that that was not right and you were hurt. So, yeah, but as I'm saying that, I also don't want to like turn all of that like validation into like, I don't want that to turn into too much of like a reason to like go full on resentment and bulldoze into like, I don't know, like just being straight up angry and just blaming everything on that sole person. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, yes, I'm allowed to be upset, but I can't fully blame everything on that person. And I don't want to use all of those negative feelings to, um, I don't know, like to be the reason why I'm like, my brain is like, I don't want to fully be in a constant state of anger and blaming because then I'll turn into that person and I don't want to turn into that person. And like, how do I like hold that like anger and blame and then like look at that ball of like emotion and energy and then being like, I understand and that sucks. And I'm here with you and we're gonna try to I don't want to say do better or like make it right because like what's done is done. It's just like annoying at this point. It's kind of like I know that you're tired and yeah, we're not gonna do anything about it. We're just going to be like, I see you, I hear you, I'm with you, you're right, and then like just putting it away. Oh my god, I need to watch Inside Out because I'm imagining like this ball of emotion and energy and memories and feelings and then like being like, okay, and then sliding it into the shelves of other emotions and stuff. So, yeah. But it's hard because I am an Aries moon. And when I'm upset, I'm upset. And when I'm like, I don't like this, like, and then I fall into control and like, I need to do something about this. And I don't think that has to do with Aries moon. I think that just has to do with like how I was raised and like my survival tactics is like, okay, we don't like the situation, let's do something about it. And then that's when it's either like confront or it's like, you know, I don't know, something out of the ordinary, something sporadic, and like, I need to make a major change. I'm gonna quit this job. Or I need to make a major change. I need to apply for this job, start working here until I feel burnt out from that. And then, go back to square one and self pity and then like find that motivation again. So that was a lot. But yeah. I feel better now that I'm like talking it out and visualizing it. I know I needed to do this. I also need to like journal it too, but like right now I just want to like just say it out loud and just whatever instead of like writing it down. I don't know why, but it takes more energy to write it down. But it's also probably a good thing so that way I can be like manifest because writing down takes so much more energy and thought. um, yeah. Yeah, self-regulating, awareness, control, allowing yourself to and validating yourself for feeling bad or for what I want to say is everyone is allowed to be good and bad. Not everyone is completely good and not everyone is completely bad. So I'm trying to validate and I don't want to say control, but I mean, at the end of the day, it sort of is kind of like that. But control the amount of you can be bad, but not too bad. Don't go out there killing someone. And you can be good, but not too good, where you're like, I'm a doormat, step on me. So, yeah, I'm just trying to constantly remind myself, you are a human being, and there's only so much, literally, there's only so much that you can control. Let it go. Because holding on to it is not helping mentally, physically, emotionally. And it's just going to lead you to more things that you think you can control and pressing random buttons that you shouldn't be pressing. Period. I am and this, I was gonna say, and this is why I technically don't need therapy because all I need to do is just talk it out to myself and to others too. But it's when I get to my realization, I take it in more than someone else telling me. And now I'm I wonder what that says about me in school and teachers and stuff. I don't know. Either way, I find it best when I learn from my own mistakes and when I learn from my own discoveries. I retain it better, absorb it better because it was curated in my own way, and also I don't have to blame it on anyone if I'm that was a mistake and it's all because I listened to you. You know, I just have to learn from my own choices, and that's just how it is for me. And I can learn from other people too. I still need assistance and stuff, but I don't know what it is specifically where I'm I can learn from outside sources, but then there's a moment where I don't know if it has to do with actually don't know what it has to do with, but there's a certain point where it's I can take orders and teachings and stuff, but then there comes a certain point where I'm I can't retain what you're telling me right now because I'm not I'm not physically here listening and present and being mindful and being I'm trying to absorb what you're trying to tell me. I'm just right now I'm not in the moment to take what you have to say. I'm just gonna have to fall into my own trap or path or experiment to then realize what it was that the previous person was saying. And I think that's just me being backwards and having retrogrades in my charts. But sometimes you just gotta learn that way. I'm a visual learner, and I'm also a story type of learner, and I'm also I have to experience it to learn it type of learner. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Anyways, that's where my brain has been. That's why I've been it's okay and validating to feel upset. And then it's also it's okay to feel, I don't want to say it's okay to feel good. It's okay to feel good about feeling bad. But in what am I saying? It's okay regardless. You are human. You're meant to feel these things. You've been through a lot. As long as you don't go to extremes and try to take extreme control, everything will fall into place. So, yeah, that's my pillow rant talk. On the plus side, now that that's, out of my mind, recently I went to the thrift store and I got some good pieces and I got some crazy pieces. And I want to show you guys because I don't know what to do. Well, I think I know what to do, but like, yeah, I want to show you guys because they were doing a Black Friday sale. So everything was like, each pound of clothes was $1. My my whole entire haul ended up being, it's not even that big of a haul, but my um clothes that I ended up picking out at the thrift store ended up being like £5. So I ended up paying $5 and I was like, period. And I got some really good pieces. So I'm excited to show you guys. LOL. I've been putting off this thrifting haul for a minute. So here is the thrifting haul. Very cute. Very Dumour. If I was wearing a more uplifting bra, then it would be very, like, preppy vibes. But yeah, she's warm. I like her. I look crazy. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. Great condition. I had to throw out a shirt that had like this zip up situation. I don't know what they're called. But this one is much more bigger, much more spacier. I think my new way to shop now is to just buy a little bit oversized clothes because then I don't have to be like, it's too tight or it makes me look frumpy or something. Even though this is like kind of frumpy in a way, but this is more like chill. So there's that outfit. Pretty great find. This one is a pretty cute one. It's a little bit more on the fitted side, but it's giving early 2000s, and the top says naughty or nice. And it's giving Love Actually, early 2000s winter romance movies with a little bit of sass. Very cute. This is just a plain t-shirt. I actually don't know how I feel about this now that I'm actually putting it on. It's a little too fitted for my liking. I like how it feels though, and it has a huge pocket, which I appreciate. Okay, this one is, it needs work. This one is another brand, Carhartt. I think that's what it's called. I've seen some celebrities wear their beanies, and I was like, a steal. So I got this, but it's like in a 4 extra large, and I think I might wear it as like a sleep shirt or like as like a lazy going out shirt with like shorts or leggings or something. I don't know. Probably not leggings, maybe shorts. I don't know. I'm still deciding. Maybe I don't need to wear this outside. This is a little bit too big. The thing about this though is that for some reason it feels kind of like coated, and I've washed this like 3 times already, and well, actually 4 times now. And the other day I hand washed it, and I think the issue is that whoever had this before used too much softener. So like it feels a little coated, and for some reason it kind of like feels wet even though it's dry, which is like another tell sign that there's too much softener. And there was like stains earlier that looked kind of like greasy almost, which I was like, ooh, oh no, human fluids. But Reddit says that yeah, someone used too much softener and they put it directly on the clothes and it will do that. So I hand washed it, and I think it helped a lot, but like I think I need to go through like maybe one more hand washing cycle or two. Okay, don't make fun of me. I saw this and I was like, this will make a perfect nightgown. Look how it goes all the way down to my feet. But after trying it on, it's giving costume more than nightgown. So I think I'm gonna crop it and sew it so it's a little bit like shorter, like maybe up to the knees or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake with this one, but like it's kind of my vibe because the texture is like, a blanket, but it is giving like cheap costume vibes. But it's like I'm definitely wearing this for like sleep. So yeah. Also, the sun is going down, so the quality is starting to suck. Can you guys hear me? What do you guys think about? I'm like, what do you guys think? I'm throwing some clothes away because obviously I thrifted some new clothes because I can't fit some of the clothes anymore because your girl's getting big and strong. And I have this shirt that I really like. It's actually supposed to be pajamas, but I don't know where the pants went. But it's too fitted to be pajamas. Like pajamas should be more like loose and loungy. So I wear it as a to-go outside shirt. And it's too tight for me now. So I'm thinking to like cut off the sleeves and cut out the collar and then make it into like a tank situation. Should I do that? But now my issue is that at first I was going to do that and I still might, but maybe not now because my issue with this shirt, even when I still could fit it, was like it was a little bit tight around the chest part, like getting my arms through the sleeves. But if I remove the sleeves, that's fine. But now I'm like, well, my chesty besties are kind of like more wider, bolder now. So it's like, is it still going to be like a tight fit regardless if I remove the sleeves? So should I just not mess with it? Because either way, if I'm going to mess with it, it's going to be like kind of botched because I'm no professional. So like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyways, as I wear my Renaissance monk nightgown, that is today's video. I hope you guys have a great week. And a good end of the year. And I hope you guys. Oh, I'm gonna see you guys next week too. Um, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far. Um, okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.